This is Brian. I am one third of the team behind Wrestling with Egos, and I'd like to welcome you to the second of what I still hope to be many Fireside Chats. The fire is not lit yet, but the fires in me are stoked because I am here this evening to talk about ratings. Ratings seem to be a popular topic of late on Wrestling with Egos, especially amongst RJ and Patrick. They've been diligently breaking down the numbers that compare the folks watching AEW to the folks watching WWE, and I appreciate their thought-provoking commentary in terms of the numbers and what they think they mean. But I fear that they may be skewing the narrative just a little bit. I think that ratings are one tool for measuring the effectiveness of any program, be it wrestling or comedy or drama or news or what have you. I'll admit that I don't know the first thing about how ratings are calculated. I don't know if me watching AEW live on Wednesday nights makes a difference versus me DVRing it and watching it later on in the evening or the following day. I don't know if me not watching a show at all has any effect on those ratings. But I will also argue that in this day and age, I believe that ratings mean something different than they did when we were growing up. Because the television was pretty much the only way to consume a live program. So for example, when MacGyver would come out, I made sure to watch it on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. Or I would miss it and have to wait for a rerun, or have to wait for the series to come out on VHS. Remember that? Wasn't that a time? Same thing with episodes of a show like Friends. You'd have to catch it on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. or wait for reruns or wait for it to come out on DVD, because in the 90s we had DVD releases of shows. But now there's a lot of different ways to catch a show. You can stream content on all of your video game platforms and your streaming services like Hulu and YouTube and Netflix and so on. All of these wrestling promotions are also putting out highlight packages weekly. So you can consume the content that you want, and I believe still call yourself a fan of that show, because if all you really care about is what's Becky Lynch doing, then you can watch the Becky Lynch highlights and you feel like you're up to speed. If all you really care about is what Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle are doing, you can consume those particular parts of AEW's platform and consider yourself up to speed on your favorite wrestlers that you follow. It's up to the responsible wrestling fan. And that's what we hope that we at Wrestling with Egos are turning you all into by consuming our shows. We're trying to cultivate responsible wrestling fans. It's up to those responsible wrestling fans to seek out the content that they like and not just blithely think that because SmackDown plunges below 1 million viewers or plunges below 100,000 viewers or even 10,000 viewers in the UK, that they must be a bad show. It's just that there's other choices out there. You know, is WWE doing a good job of competing with those other choices? Sometimes they are, and sometimes they aren't. But I don't believe you can roundly reject an entire show just based on the noise that somebody's making over here. As a responsible wrestling fan, I feel it's your job to check it out and spread the word. Champion the content that you like. And if you're Team AEW, that's fine. If you're Team WWE or Team NXT, that's fine. If you're Team Lucha Underground, Team New Japan, that's fine. All I am saying is be a responsible wrestling fan. Consume as much content as you can so that you're well-rounded and making an informed decision. Until next time, I've been Brian, one third of the team at Wrestling with Egos. We hope that you continue to reach out to us on social media. On Twitter, we can be reached myself at bkrego15. Patrick can be reached at rantmodeon. RJ can be reached at rjeman with 2 N's at the end. You can always check out our Google repository at bit.ly/withegos. And you can subscribe to us on YouTube and Anchor Podcasts. And that way you'll be notified by clicking that bell whenever we upload new content like these Fireside Chats, which I plan on making a fairly regular occurrence whenever there's something on my mind that I feel like I should impart upon you. Until we meet again, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.